Getting old. It's an interesting concept, right? In some ways we look forward to it, in others we try not to think about it because it can be quite scary. But the one comforting aspect of getting older is that literally every single person in the world is going through it at the same time as you are, because time moves forward for everyone. And if you're getting closer to your 30s, then it's a great time to start thinking about what you want to accomplish by then. So in this video, I want to go over the 10 things that every guy needs to do by age 30. This coming from someone who's been, here on YouTube, keeping it real with you guys since my early 20s, man. It's been a long time. So you've seen my evolution, you've seen my growth, all here on YouTube firsthand. And the first thing that you need to make sure that you've accomplished by 30 is to have a clean and organized living space. And that's why I decided to partner up with Clorox for this video. And the new Clorox Disinfecting Mist is such a great tool to have at home. The Disinfecting Mist kills 99.9% of bacteria and viruses, which, as we all know, is extremely important right now. It comes in this white bottle right here with a continuous mist spray. And the best part is that you don't have to wipe it. You just spray it and then you walk away. That's it. And it can be used on hundreds of hard or soft surfaces. I like to use it on my shoes after a long day walking outside. Also, it makes my shoes smell pretty fresh, so just spray it and let it dry on its own. I also like to use it on my gym equipment after a long workout because it kills the bacteria, so that next time I'm working out, the weights are disinfected and ready to go. And the Clorox Disinfecting Mist comes in eucalyptus mint or lemongrass mandarin, so my gym always smells great. And of course, you can use it in the living room, bathroom, or kitchen. Guys, you can shop for it right now at Target. I'm gonna leave a link to it in the description below. Make sure that your place is clean, organized, and fresh. The second thing that you must do right now if you're approaching 30 and you haven't done yet, you need to start a savings or an investment account. Here's the truth, guys. One of the best things about getting older is being able to be financially free, right? It's something that you don't usually have when you're younger. You're working hard just to save as much money as I could so that I could spend it, right? I'd spend it to see my friends or new clothes, but that gets old after a while. Working that much in a place that doesn't fulfill you, right? It gets old after a while. So make sure that you start a savings account as early as possible, an investment account that's going to grow with you. Inflation rates are like 7% right now. So if you just put your money into an account that doesn't grow, you're actually losing spending power. You're gonna lose those 7%. It's not gonna be worth as much next year. So invest your money wisely. Number 3, you need to travel to expand your mind by the time you're 30. And here's why. It's not even just because it's fun, which by the way, it definitely is, but because you get to meet people from different cultures and experience it in their own culture, in their homes, right? In their home country. It's completely different than meeting people in your home country who come from a different place because they are respecting your culture usually. And when you travel, it's kind of the other way around. Then you really have to learn about how everything works in that place. And it just gives you a different perspective, it just makes you look at things differently. You grow immensely as a person. So I highly recommend you travel, experience different places, different cultures, different types of people, because that is incredible for your growth. Number 4, you need to find at least one hobby that you're passionate about. In today's digital world, we tend to come home tired from work, and what do? You turn on the TV and you watch mindless content, something that's not going to add any value to your life. Instead of doing that, try to find a hobby that you're super passionate about and start spending a little bit of time doing it, whether it's jiu-jitsu classes or learning how to play the guitar or singing, dancing. It could be anything. I think it's really important to have that hobby that you look forward to, something that you look forward to doing every week, because otherwise you're gonna put that time into something that's not gonna add any value to your life, and that's not good. Number 5 is investing into yourself, and outside of school, outside of work, right? Because obviously we grow at school, we learn new things, and we grow at work, usually if it challenges you. But nowadays, I think we have to look outside of that and see how else you can grow outside of school, outside of work. Maybe it's an extra class here and there in a completely different school system. Maybe it's listening to podcasts or audiobooks or actually reading books. Maybe it's just doing research online and really trying to understand how NFT works or how the stock market works. Those are all really great things that you should be learning about. So why not invest the time into it now? And I'll tell you that it gets harder and harder because when you're 30, you kind of already are the person that you're going to be. You don't really, a lot of times you don't really want to study anymore. You don't really want to go much further because you're like, dude, this is me. You know, this is who I am. It's been 30 years. I don't know if it's gonna change from now on, but you have to let go of those thoughts and start growing, because otherwise, if you're stagnant, if you're complacent, then that truly is it, and that's not a good sign. Number 6, I got a fun one for you guys, and that is get a completely different haircut. Go big or go super short. I don't know, just change it up. Different color, try something completely different. I mean, look at me, man. How many haircuts have I had here on the channel? I can't keep count, but you know what? It's fun. As much as you guys, love to comment, I don't like that haircut, try this one, go back to the old one. Honestly, I don't care. I'm just having fun with it, and I highly suggest you do the same, because otherwise you're just doing the same exact thing for the rest of your life, and that is no fun. Number 7, you need to own a perfectly tailored suit. You're a man, you're about to be 30, you gotta have a suit. There's always different events, whether it's like a work event, or maybe it's a wedding, or maybe it's a job interview and you need that suit. Make sure that it fits you, make sure that it looks good, make sure that you have at least one classic black, navy, or gray, and you're good to go. Next, you gotta have a clear vision of what happiness means to you. Basically, this is something that we don't think about until it's a little late in life. What is happiness? Is it money? Not necessarily. Is it health? Maybe. Is it spending time with my family? Is it working my dream job? Is it living by the beach? Right? Those are all things that maybe make you happy. So think about those things, put them down on a piece of paper or on your notepad on your phone, and look at them all the time. Because if you don't have a clear vision of what happiness is to you, of what you want your future to look like, then you don't know where you're going. This next one is something that your boy Alex is probably never gonna learn, but I'm gonna put it on the list because you should be a better man than I am, and that is learn how to cook. Become a good cook. Maybe invite me over for dinner, because I cannot cook. I think it's always good to have that knowledge and to be able to cook a nice meal for someone though, so just maybe invite me over, because I cannot cook. The next one is travel solo at least once. I've talked about traveling, it expands your mind, and when you go with friends, it's great. When you go with your partner, it's amazing. But when you go by yourself, it is a completely different experience, and you're allowing yourself time to think. Time to understand who you are, time to understand what you like and what you don't like. Because if you don't like something, you're not gonna do it. But maybe if you're on a trip with a bunch of friends, you might do it for your friends. When you travel by yourself, you find out a lot about yourself, and that is a really good thing to do before you're 30. Guys, make sure to check out the Clorox Disinfecting Mist. It's gonna be listed in the description below, the link to Target. Go check them out. And of course, you guys can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Alex Costa. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again very, very soon. Peace.